I will never understand why people come on social media and share things like that. Now, I know for some people it's funny, it's lighthearted, it's their life, they're adults, they can do whatever they want to do. I mean, hey, get your freak on, get your salad tossed, do whatever you want to do. So I am a firm believer that thou shalt not overshare. We need to bring back shame because the way that people go online and share things about their lives that no one asked for and no one needs to know, that needs to be studied. And there's no better place to do it than on TikTok. We need to bring back shame on TikTok. The things that I see on my FYP page, that's redundant. The things that I see on my FYP, the things that people come on the internet and share, it never ceases to amaze me. And I always wonder, why would you pull up your camera and share that on social media? So today we're going to take a look at 3 examples of people who came on the internet and shared things that I personally found to be questionable. And so let's get into it. The first video is a woman crashing out. And honestly, I can't blame her. This has to be a horrible situation to be in, but she is crashing out because she is getting sued by a credit card company for a loan, or not a loan, but like a debt that she's had for many, many years. And she's wondering why the chicken has come home to roost. That's the best way I can put it. These are the consequences of her actions pulling up on her, and she's not happy at all. So let's take a look.
Subscriber, count your motherfucking days. Count your motherfucking days. Y'all sued me for a credit card that you gave me 10 years ago, and you gave me a $10,000 credit limit at 21 years old. Okay? So you sued me. I get it. I didn't pay it back. That was my fault. I fell on hard times, okay? I had a lot of shit I went through, okay? So I didn't pay him. Y'all sued me. I tried to work with the lawyer and say, hey, I can only afford $50 a month. Okay, I can only afford $50 a month. Like literally, I work 3 jobs. I do fucking DoorDash. I don't know what else you want from me. They said, no, 160. And I was like, well, no, I can't afford that. And then they said, oh, well, can you borrow money from someone? No, if I could borrow money from someone, I would, and I would give it to you. Trust me, I'm not trying to say I didn't do it, but I don't have the money. I don't have it. Okay, so y'all sued me, and I got a letter because the judge ruled in favor of them, obviously. But I got a letter, and the letter pretty much says, hey, so you gotta pay this, and there's gonna be interest on it until it's paid in full. So I don't have the money. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't have it. I do not have it. Y'all spent more money on a lawyer than to just write it off. I'm sorry, like I fucked up, but I don't have it. So what do you want me to do? Pull it out of my fucking butthole? I don't have it. So fuck you, Discover. That was predatory. I was 21. You guys gave me $8,000 to start with, and then when you saw me hitting that limit, y'all said, let's raise it to 10 grand.
So honestly, I have so many things that I want to say. The first thing is these creditors are not looking out for you. So yes, they are predatory and they will come after you at a very young age. I remember my first credit card was the Discover card, and I still have it to this day. And luckily I haven't carried a balance on it like that's killed me, but that doesn't mean that I haven't struggled with this card. These credit card companies know that early 20s, late teens, you're itching for a credit card. You're itching for money that you don't have access to. So they're going to give you that access. And they might start off with a low credit limit, like $1,000, $2,000. And over time, they keep asking you, do you want a higher credit limit? And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, I do. But they're not doing it for your benefit. They're doing it for their own benefit, because the more you charge on the card, the more interest they can charge you, because more likely than not, you're not going to pay the full balance of the card off every single month. So this lady, yes, she was preyed upon, but she also was an adult and she signed on the dotted line. Whether that's virtually or in person, you took on this debt, baby. And so the other thing that she mentioned is that the credit card companies should not be paying all these lawyers all this money, or why do they have all this money to pay lawyers to collect on something that probably is costing them more than it is to recover? No. Sometimes, and most times, when these credit card companies have a lot of people like her who are not paying on their debt, they are taking that lump sum of loans or lump sum of debt that's there and giving it to a law firm and saying, you don't have to bill us by the hour. They have this agreement where they're not billing by the hour for doing the work to collect the debt. They're saying for every debt that you're able to collect on, there's a percentage that will give to the law firm. So the law firm, if there's a lot of people out there like her, they're going to be incentivized to collect as much as they can because they're going to just take their cut, and they're not charging by the hour of work that they're doing, but they're charging on the collections that they're able to make on these outstanding debts. So that's what I wanted to say. But the other thing I wanted to say is, girl, you got to pay on this. I'm so sorry. These credit card companies don't care. You saying you have $50 a month? No, they want $160 a month because they want to know that you're committed to paying this back. And the habits that you built over time to think that they can write this off or that this is going to go away if you ignore it long enough, that's exactly what they know. And that's exactly why they're suing people, because once a judgment is out there that you owe on this debt and you need to pay it back, either you agree to the terms that they say you need to agree to, or they're going to start garnishing your wages. And that's somewhere you do not want to be. So I feel for her. There's a lot of people out there who are using their credit cards for essentials of life because they're living paycheck to paycheck. So I definitely empathize with her, but I thought, like, girl, did you have to come on the internet and share this? And maybe there's a learning experience out there for someone to see this, and it may be a cautionary tale, so they're not going to go into debt like she did, or someone's going to learn a lesson from this. But honestly, I would never. You would have to waterboard this information out of me. I would never come on the internet and share that I have been sued by Discover credit card and that I'm not going to basically make it out the other end and it's going to shit. Like, no, you have to waterboard that information out of me. The CIA needs to get involved for me to tell you that information. But anyways, she shared her story and it just made me wonder, like, what can we do as the internet viewers to help you? Because there's not much that we can do. You know, a lot of people are starting up GoFundMes and doing all these things, but we got our own problems to take care of. So honestly, maybe it's a venting exercise for her, but there's not much that we can do. So this oversharing moment right here, there's not much that we can do for you, unfortunately. Let's take a look at our next example. Now, this next example was funny for me because she came on the internet talking about how she was oversharing at a work event, and then she's oversharing on TikTok about the oversharing at the work event. Let's take a look.
This is why I should not be allowed to go to happy hours. Yesterday, I went to happy hour at my work, and it was bad because I forget that how oversharer I am. I literally overshare everything. Okay, we are talking, we're sitting down. This coworker that I don't really talk to that much, but we ended up sitting together, so we ended up talking. Somehow we started talking about like friendships, then we started talking about like working, our next career. And then I blurted out that as soon as my younger one is out for college, I am gonna retire, which is technically in like 2 years. You know, in the moment, it felt great just to like put it out there. But now, a day later, I woke up today and I'm like, what the hell did I just do? Because I don't want people to think that I don't want to grow in the current role that I am in, or like I don't want to get promoted to the next level because I'm gonna retire. But it's just a huge problem. Like anybody else who like overshares, or am I just crazy? I thought I've been working on this and I've gotten better, but I guess not. So I should be avoiding all happy hours.
This was so funny to me because, girl, you already overshared at work at the happy hour, and now you're oversharing and memorializing it on TikTok. So let's say the person you were talking to at the happy hour was drunk and barely remember what you said. Now you're coming on TikTok and solidifying and cementing what you said at the happy hour that you were unhappy about. And now, oh, girl, stop coming on the internet with things that you don't want the whole world to know. She didn't want her coworkers to know. Now the whole world knows that you said this at the happy hour. And who's to say that your coworkers are not following you or are not keeping tabs on you on social media? So maybe they even forgot it at the happy hour and now they're here to be reminded of what you said on social media. If you work in corporate America, it's fine to have friends at work. It's fine to have colleagues. It's fine to have people that you trust. And I say that in quotations because you have to be looking out for yourself. People are not here to take in the vulnerable moments that you have and all the sadness that's going on in your life and the things that you're going through so they can help you with it. People are looking out for themselves. It's a dog world out there. So for her to think that sharing that she wants to retire within a couple of years, that's going to be left up to interpretation by anyone who overheard it, anyone who that person that she told went and told as well. Like there's so many things that could go wrong with saying that. And I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to share how she feels. But you have to be careful with these coworkers, with these happy hours, with these outside of work events, because your guard can easily be let down because you think you're in a safe space to talk, and then that can be used against you. I personally have been in corporate America for 10 years, and the more delineation between your personal and professional life that you have, the better. Honestly, no one needs to know everything that you're going through, because they can either use it against you, they can use it to put you down, they can use it to look down on you, they can use it to just make you work harder to prove yourself. Sometimes you don't need to share things that are happening in your personal life, and it's okay to just show up to work as one persona and then go home and be your other persona. If you want to share that you want to retire in 2 years, go share that with your husband. Go share that with your partner. Go share that with your kids. Go share that with your therapist. Do not share that with your manager, with your colleague, because that colleague, you might not even know, they might be vying for your position. They might be like, oh, well, in a couple of years, she's going to be gone. So let's actually just accelerate that timeline and get her out of here quicker. Do not overshare with your colleagues. Maintain a level of decorum, bring back a little bit of shame, and just keep that vulnerability to yourself. And this isn't the worst example of oversharing. The next one that we're going to take a look at, honestly, floored me. It floored me. This next lady got on the internet and shared some things that I was like, Interpol would have to be involved for me to divulge this information. Let's take a look.
I just got a you up text from a man that I rode one time back in May. Ain't rode him since. Left him where he was. Why did I leave him where he was? Because I found his wallet and he had told me he was 24 going on 25. Y'all know I'm 28, so that's even a little young for me. Turns out his ID said he was 21. He was 21. Baby, he still had a student ID card in his wallet. He still has a meal plan. He lives in a dorm in the college down the street. I didn't know that. He lied about all that. I did not know that he was that young. Had I known that, I would have not licked his booty hole. I would have saved that for someone who could handle it. I would not have rode that man from dusk till dawn the way that I did. But I had just got back, landed my plane from Vegas, and was still a little tipsy. So I was giving him cornstar treatment, okay? I would not have done that had I known he was 21. Now he around here acting like a raid-resistant roach. I cannot get rid of this man. I done told him 15 ways till Sunday that, baby, I am too grown for you. Find a girl your own age. I got a kid. I got a house. I got a car. I got all these things. You still live in a dorm. It's too grown for you around here. I can't get rid of this man. I should have never licked him down there.
I will never understand why people come on social media and share things like that. Now, I know for some people it's funny, it's lighthearted, it's their life, they're adults, they can do whatever they want to do. Hey, get your freak on and get your salad tossed, do whatever you want to do. But I think we should bring some shame back when it comes to sharing things like that, because it's one thing to have a one night stand. It's another thing to have a one night stand with somebody who you had no idea who they were, like none whatsoever. Okay. There's already an element of not knowing who the person is for a one night stand, or it could actually be somebody that you know, like you just always knew them. And one time you guys got your eagle on, but to have this experience, right? This level of intimacy with somebody that you don't know their age, you don't know who they are, you didn't even know that they were a student. Like, what is going on here? And then I've gone into this woman's page because I was just like, I need to know more. It seems that she has this tendency to make videos around provocative or controversial stories like this. There's another one that she made about teaching her daughter how to ask men for money. Like, she does some things. Coming on the internet and sharing this story right here, I'm just wondering, what do you get out of it? What do people get out of coming to social media, to people like us who have our own problems, who have our own things that we're going through, and sharing these kinds of stories? And she has a daughter, like I mentioned. So it's like, do you care that one day your daughter's going to grow up and hear these things? Am I a prude? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just so uptight and so wound up that I can't see the lightheartedness. I can't see the rationale for someone coming on social media and sharing something like this. I will not be an advocate for things like this, because I think that there's some things that you just need to keep to yourself. There's some things you need to take to your grave. Okay. But woo, that last story, that was a doozy. But that's what I wanted to come on today and just share. There's so many more examples, and maybe I'll make this a series on the channel going forward of like, anytime I see a video, somebody sharing something that makes me go, why would you share that online? Maybe I'll just save it and do some more videos like this, because it seems we've gotten to a place in society where there's no shame around what you share online. There's no consequences. There's nothing. It's just, you just go out there and share things. And maybe that's why. Maybe because there are no consequences. Maybe there are consequences. They're just unseen. But I believe that as human beings, we need to have a little bit more dignity, a little bit more self-preservation skills. Yeah, let's do a little bit more of that. But anyways, that's what I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.